Liverpool, Arne Slot admits his side have no answer to opponents using long balls and low blocks following Brentford defeat. Arne Slot has admitted Liverpool are yet to find an answer for teams utilizing long balls and low blocks following the 3-2 defeat to Brentford. Slot spoke openly about opponents sitting deep and going direct in the build-up to the fixture at the GTEC Community Stadium, which ended in a fourth consecutive defeat for the Reds in the Premier League, and his side were punished via the same avenues on Saturday evening. Dango Ouattara's opener arrived from a Michael Keogh's long throw in the first half, a threat Slot admitted Liverpool prepared for in detail during Friday's training session, with Brentford also playing 64 long passes on the evening, their highest tally of the season so far. Quite a few things, Slot said in his post-match press conference when asked what was the cause for Liverpool's current struggles. It is definitely that teams have a certain playing style against us. It is a very good strategy to play. We have not found an answer yet. Going 1-0 down does not help after 5 minutes. We are still, even today, when we don't play well, able to score 2 goals. But you cannot compete, which we don't do at the moment, because we concede too many goals. That is not only the defense, you do it with 11 players together. Slot also admitted that Liverpool's business in the summer transfer window, which saw them spend a record-breaking £446 million on 6 new signings, has played a part in their slow start to the campaign, with the club now in 6th place. He added, "It has something to do with when you change a lot in the summer. I did not expect it to go with 4 losses in a row." Slot, "We prepared for long throw-ins." Slot said Liverpool's entire training session on Friday was focused on preparing for Brentford's long throw-ins, but their hard work was quickly undone when Brentford opened the scoring from Keogh's long throw just 5 minutes in. Asked if they spent all week preparing for those exact situations, Slot said, "Yeah, it's the only thing we did yesterday on the training pitch, preparing for that and the meeting today." The Liverpool boss also admitted he was wary of their threat on the counter-attack, which is how Kevin Shade doubled their lead just before the halftime after racing through on goal to slot his effort past Georgi Mamardashvili. "That's not the only thing we prepared them for, because Brentford are also known for very good set pieces," he continued. "They are also known for a fantastic counter-attack, and that was their second goal, and I think at this moment in time, that's why it should never be seen as an excuse." Fundamental problems now creeping into Liverpool's game, says Slot. Despite referencing throw-ins as part of the problem, Slot was quick to point out that it was not the only reason they walked away empty-handed on the evening. While their susceptibility in the air and openness in transitions will take most of the spotlight, Liverpool also got the fundamentals wrong at the GTEC. "Today, I don't think we did the basics right," Slot said. "Too many duels were lost, too many second balls weren't won. That was the first time in the last 4 games. That was the main thing that we have to improve. As always, what I have to do is look at what we did wrong and what we did well. Today, I have a clear idea of what we have to improve. That has not always been the same situation in the other games. Every time a different problem has cost us the game. This Liverpool 11 can stop the rot at Anfield." It is hard to be anything but negative about Liverpool's current predicament. The defending champions have lost 5 of their last 6 games in all competitions, and problems are mounting as the season continues to spiral. With the exception of the victory over Eintracht Frankfurt, things have gone from bad to worse to abysmal, with a new low hit in their 3-2 defeat to Brentford. In the summer, Liverpool revamped their squad with high-quality, technical players. The problem is, while they have moved in one direction, the rest of the league has moved in the opposite one. Direct play, physicality and set-piece threat has become the recipe for success in 2025-26. It is not how you would describe the profile of head coach Arne Slot's squad. He must find solutions from players he has. The 47-year-old has been tinkering and tweaking during this run of bad results, but only against Frankfurt. A change in system to a 4-4-2 has it led to a positive outcome. In Liverpool's 5 defeats, they have gone behind in the 9th, 16th, 14th, 2nd and 5th minute, often to the opponent's first or second shot. Forget structure and style of play. If you keep falling behind to the first chance you concede, then any type of game plan immediately goes out of the window. The long balls and low block tactic Liverpool keep facing is easier to execute when you have the lead. So, how can Slot fix things in the short term? As simplistic as it sounds, Liverpool have to go back to getting the basics right. And one way of doing that is to select the more experienced players you have in your squad. After going 9 games without a clean sheet, even a 0-0 draw would suggest they are moving in the right direction. Being difficult to beat is what made Liverpool champions, but they are now far too easy to play against. Slot has been trying to persevere with Milos Kerkez, and while some criticism of his start has been unfair, he has been erratic. He is playing a role that doesn't appear to suit him, and captain Virgil van Dijk does not look comfortable next to him. Left back was a position that required upgrading in the summer, with Andy Robertson falling below his high standards last season, but a return to experience and leadership could have a positive impact. The vice-captain's post-Brentford interview felt like a rallying call, but there is only so much he can do to help set standards on the pitch when he's sitting on the bench. The same applies to Joe Gomez. Despite Ibrahima Konate's inconsistency this season, using Gomez next to the France international at right back, rather than instead of him at centre back, could offer a solution. The 28-year-old would offer the aerial ability that neither Connor Bradley nor Jeremy Frimpong, who is out injured, can provide. The gamble with playing the defender is his injury record, and he is the only centre-back cover Slot has. An injury to him would create another set of issues until January. Curtis Jones and Dominic Szoboszlai have been bright spots in recent games and, provided Jones' groin injury is not too bad, they should continue to form part of the midfield. Ryan Gravenberch was sorely missed against Brentford and, as one of the few good performers so far this season, also has to be part of the starting 11. Slot's attempts to play Alexis Mac Allister into form have not worked, and despite being integral to last season's midfield, his form and fitness cannot justify his selection. The common theme of the other three is their size. Winning the midfield battle has to be a priority, and all three have won over 50% of their duels this season, and their height may help the set-piece problem. That would leave 3 places to fill in attack between Cody Gakpo, Alexander Isak, Hugo Ekitike, Mohamed Salah, Florian Wirtz, and Federico Chiesa. If we're continuing the height theme, then Gakpo, Isak and Ekitike are the logical selections. None of them are aerially dominant against defenders, but the 2 strikers particularly carry a presence. The issue Liverpool have with Wirtz and Salah is illustrated in their dual success rate. Neither of them are the reason Liverpool are losing, but of all of Liverpool's players, Salah, 24.6%, and Wirtz, 33.3%, have the lowest success rate. Given Slot has spoken about duels throughout his Anfield tenure, he cannot be pleased by those numbers. It would be a big call to leave out both Salah and Wirtz. The former has been in a slump for some time, but his superb goal against Brentford to end his drought may be a sign of better things to come. Wirtz, meanwhile, continues to look bright when Liverpool are on the front foot and in control, but anonymous when they are not. If Liverpool can establish territory in games, then it becomes less of a problem. So where does that leave us? Liverpool's best performance came against Frankfurt, and therefore it feels reasonable to continue in the fluid 4-4-2 system. This relies on Isak, Gravenberch and Jones' fitness, while Szoboszlai would operate in the free right-sided role Wirtz occupied in Germany. If Jones is out for a period, Wirtz would remain the most logical candidate for the right-sided role, with Szoboszlai partnering Gravenberch. Alternatively, you could use him on the left to get him closer to the positions he excelled in at Bayer Leverkusen. With all that in mind, this would be my starting 11 for the visit of Aston Villa on Saturday. There are a variety of combinations Slot could try. At this stage, there can be no right or wrong option, but he must choose a path and stick to it. The idea proposed above may not make any difference. Intensity, aggression, concentration and winning second balls are about desire as much as tactics.